it's Roxy from the 702 Rock Show, right here at VegasAllNetRadio.com. Listen to my show every Friday, 4 to 5 p.m. to hear about local artists, musicians, fashion designers, and more, right here in Las Vegas. So tune in every Friday, 4 to 5 p.m. to hear me, Michelle Roxy Davis, right here at VANR on the 702 Rock Show.
Welcome back to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City, live streaming over at SinCityBounty.com. Hey, we got our, I put the new picture of us done by Curve Media up on the front page. So when you first go there, you're just like, boom! There's all of us in our boobies.
Naked women, and we look good.
No, we're not naked. We're not porn stars. We're suggestive. Yes.
But it's a great picture.
It is a great picture.
Mm-hmm. It is.
That's by Curve Media, our premier photographer. We love him.
Love him.
And if you want to get any pictures done, professional photos, headshots, boudoir photos, action shots, he did.
If you just want a family portrait, he'll take them.
That's right, and he. I never liked the way I looked in pictures until I saw some pictures that he took of me at an event. Yeah. And I was like, damn, I look good. So I have no problem when he wants to pull his camera out anymore.
Yeah, he's a good guy. So
anyway, if you need more information about Curve Media, you can find him on Facebook or just send us a message and we'll put you in touch. All right, Desiree.
Yes.
Desiree, you are... Now, when I first saw what you were into, I was like, what? But this new, was it 501(c), right?
Yeah.
It's a nonprofit. that you're handling now.
Right.
It's called Doggy Do-Overs.
Right.
But wait, did this decide because you took in a stray puppy?
Yeah. Well, yes. Charles and I came up with the idea. When what happened is there was a dog walking down the street. Some lady found it, was trying to give it away. Charles called me, was like, this lady's just trying to give away this dog she just found. I was like, you can't just give it away. You found a dog, you can't just give it to somebody. So you have to at least attempt to find its owners. She was just trying to give it away, so I was like, take the dog home, bring it home, and we'll find, try to find its owners. Long story short, we eventually took it to the vet to get, its microchip scan or see if it had a microchip, and we found the owners, and he was a douche, and he's like, I don't want the dog, I'm not going to help find a new home or nothing. And then, she's either been, kicked or thrown or something happened to her, hit by a car, or something happened.
Right.
But her back spine was damaged, and so now her hips are dropped and her back legs, her hind legs don't work very well at all. So she's the kind of dog that you'd take to the shelter and she'd probably be put down, because who wants to adopt an injured dog?
I can tell you for a fact they would put that dog down.
Right.
Yeah.
So so we kept her mostly because of Charles was like, oh, you just can't get rid of her. No, we need to make sure she has a good home.
I didn't want the same thing to happen to her again. We give her away to someone else and she ends up on the street again. So
just call Michael Vick. He'll take care of her.
Yeah, right.
So I'm a stray and I'm on the streets. Can I just call you too?
Probably.
Don't be afraid of it.
Yeah, get closer, Ring. You know how to do this. He's really good at it. Anyway. So we have this dog, and so what happened is, I retired from
what you used to do,
right? And
the adult industry,
right? And Charles moved here to Vegas to be with me, and so he's a cinematographer, but all his clientele were back in the Bay, so he has to start over his work, getting new clients. He still has some clients he goes back for, but so we're kind of in this financial weird spot, because we're just both in the transition stage, right? So while we didn't have a lot of money and now we have this new dog, we were like, oh, well, where can we go?
That has health problems.
Right. Where can we go to get stuff for her and,
beds, bowls, leashes.
Right.
That kind of
all
thing.
kinds of the stuff that she needs. A
little platform on wheels so she doesn't have to use her hind legs anymore.
We need to get one of those eventually.
Yes.
We will need one of those. But she was cold and shivery because, I'm and a constant hot flash, so I have to, we talked about this before, so I keep my house at 69 degrees, so she's always, cold, and so we needed, like, stuff to, make her comfortable and help her transition.
She a small dog? Medium?
Yes, small Chihuahua.
Yes.
Oh,
she's like
Chihuahua.
7 pounds.
Measurements, and I'll make you a sweater for her.
Well, now we have a couple, like, fleeces and stuff. Charles' friend was nice enough to, like, send us a bunch of stuff. She has a Chihuahua as well, so she sent us, like, stuff like little purses, like carriers, like, because she's a Chihuahua stuff hoarder, so which we were super grateful for.
Well, I think everyone that owns pets, they kind of hoard their they buy a lot of stuff for them,
right?
And they don't always get any good use out of it.
Right,
so.
right.
I'm the exact opposite.
But it's really expensive when you get a dog, or so say that there's people that lost their jobs and they still need stuff. There's a ridiculous amount of people that buy things for their pets. Their pets snub them, like, right? I don't like this toy, or I am not eating out of this bowl, or whatever. I'm not laying in that bed. Right. And so all these things like collect in people's houses. They haven't even ever been used because the animal doesn't like them. And then there's a lot of waste when it because the pet industry, I think, is like $53 or $54 billion a year, right? Huge industry, and a lot of that is like impulse buys. So a lot of people have a lot of, surplus things.
I was famous for that. I still have cat toys around my house. My cat's been dead for 6 months now.
Yeah. So, and there's also that, like, pets pass on, and, it's sometimes you don't get new pets. And so you have this residual stuff that it's good to, pass on. And the whole purpose of this, coming up with this organization, is because Sasha, so now we have this dog, she has medical issues, we need stuff for her, and we have to get her medical help. But we don't have a lot of, extra income to get this. And it's expensive. Mm-hmm. I mean, pets are not cheap. They're like people. And so our whole idea was to recycle gently used things and new items, and put all the proceeds towards helping people in a financial hardship get their pets urgent and critical care. So if your pet needs, something and it's on its last limb, even with the pet insurance, like that they have a lot now, it's still a reimbursement program for most of them. So you still have to come out of pocket, and, another reason why it was so, important for me, because I did a lot of research and I found that there's all these programs for people, elderly people, disabled people, Pets for Patriots, all these great programs that get and find great pets for all these people that need companionship. Well, most of those people are on a fixed income, and so when their pets get ill, they can't afford their care.
Right.
And sometimes, especially for the elderly and the disabled, that's the only companionship that they have. And I also learned that dogs are the only species on Earth that will love a person more than they love themselves. So they're very loyal companions. And, how horrible is it that just because you can't afford to, get your pet medication or, get them to the vet or whatever, that they have to die, just because you don't have the money, to pay for it. It's not right. And, the other thing that I learned is vets can charge a little bit more for their services because they know that people are going to pay based on their emotional heartstrings. People will beg, borrow, and steal to get their pets medical service. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of, a gamut for that too. But, it's very important for people to, especially the elderly and disabled. I mean, those are really, important parts of their lives, And so where Doggy Do-Overs kind of stemmed from. It was just, we had this dog now that we have to take care of. And
so do you have a physical location since you're going to be taking in all this stuff? And
not yet. We're looking for drop-off locations.
We have one drop-off
location. We have one drop-off location on the corner of Rainbow and Washington.
Okay. Well, that's right down the street.
Yeah, it's not far
from us.
And, we're looking for more drop-off locations, and we've got an Indiegogo campaign right now out circulating. It's kind of slow on the takeoff, but we're trying to raise money to get our first location, our first brick-and-mortar building, and get all of our nonprofit stuff, pay for the attorneys, yada yada yada. So we're trying to get that going, and we've also, as another part of our fundraiser, started up printing for pets, and it's printing4pets.com, and Doggy Do-Overs is doggydoovers.com. Just, it looks like doggydoovers.com, no hyphen, or with a hyphen, it doesn't matter. I bought both domains. So the printing for pets is more of a fundraising effort. Margin's very low for us because we're just kind of a brokerage, but it's literally the best prices in Las Vegas for like any kind of large quantity printing. You can get 1,000 business cards, high quality, UV coated, full color, front and back, everything for $20.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's really super cheap printing. I mean, if you need like 5,000 trifold brochures, glossy paper, front and back, full color, $225.
Wow.
Like, it's retarded cheap.
How about 8x10s? Color 8x10s for.
Okay, well, I didn't
just
memorize that.
We need those.
I was like, I didn't memorize that.
We need those.
But I'm
what
sure
was
that
the
they'll be.
website again? Do you got prices on there?
Yeah, I do have some. Not all of them, but they're
Printing for puppies?
printing for pets.
For pets.
Yeah, and
Printing
it's
for pets.
printing
Can we
the
go
number
back
4
and
pets.com.
Talk about Doggy Do-Overs because I want to really understand this
Yeah.
for people. So, okay. So one thing, let's say, for example, from what I understand, you work two ways. I've got all this excess puppy stuff.
Right.
So I can call you and you'll pick them up, or
Right.
I can drop them off, and then you'll make sure they get to a good home.
Right.
Now, on the other hand,
the puppy stuff will go to the store to resell. If that's stuff that we can't resell, we will donate it further to like shelters or like if a lot of people have like pet blankets and stuff like
So
that.
you're like the Goodwill for animals.
Pretty much, we
It's like a
consider
Goodwill
ourselves
for
like
animals.
the Salvation Army for
Right.
pets,
That's good.
and
Okay.
it's all pets. Even though our name is like Doggy Do-Overs, we cover all pets: cats,
Right.
dogs, guinea pigs,
Lizards.
Yeah, if you got a horse, you need some shit dealt with, we're your people.
all right.
Like any kind of pets.
And so then on the other side, I'm a person who's financially strapped, but I have this little dog. So I can come into your store and shop at a discounted price for a little bed for my dog or a leash, right? And if my dog needs some kind of veterinary service, I can contact you.
Mm-hmm. You'll go through an application process.
And then you've got local vets in town that will give their services at a discounted price.
Right.
Is that how it
What
works?
we're working on getting vets to donate their services, or we'll provide a voucher that will get you
X amount of
services
dollars
right out of
towards your
vet.
service.
Right.
Okay. That's
And
awesome.
like if you have an insurance program, which a lot of people do, and they're a reimbursement program, we would put the money out up front, and then when you get a check, you would kind of pay it forward. You'd bring that money back to us, and then it'll allow us to pay for somebody else's.
Right.
You know.
That's great.
Wow, very cool.
So it's a lot, yeah.
Have you started like officially advertising this, or you're
Yes,
still...
we started officially advertising. We're still in the startup phase of it all. So this isn't my first nonprofit. This will be the second one that I've worked on. And it's a lot in the beginning. Any business is a lot in the beginning. Nonprofits are especially a lot in the beginning. They take a lot of man hours, a lot of manpower. So we need people that are willing to donate their time to help share the message, or people, any kind of intern, any kind of PR intern, marketing intern, or anybody that just has some extra time that believes in what we're trying to do and wants to go and share our message. Charles and I are physically two people. We don't physically have the capability to be everywhere and drop off brochures and flyers and tell people about everything. So we need help, doing all that. And go ahead.
We might have some contacts for you after the show.
Actually, I noticed that I was going through your Facebook, and then I went over to the Doggy Do-Over Facebook page that you have created, and I saw that you're posting for the Printing for Pets, and one of my favorite people, the beautiful British woman from the Hot Diggity Dog Show, and it's going to be Vegas Rock Dog Radio right here on Vegas All Net Radio, is now going to get her printing done by you.
Yes, I'm very excited. She actually just put in her first order. I'm very excited excited. I just was talking to her. She's fabulous.
Yes.
By the way.
She called us the Dirty Curvies, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, the Dirty Curvies.
Yeah,
She's
awesome.
We love that show. And,
she has
those ladies.
a lot of energy. She is great.
Way too much energy.
Yeah.
I love her.
I don't know. It's good for me. I like people with a lot of energy and passion. You know.
But that's a good partner for you,
Right.
Samantha, and she is partnered up currently with Stacy from the Dachshund Rescue here in town. So
there's about 20 or 25 animal clinics in this town, all owned by one person.
Yeah.
Have you ran into them yet?
I
can give you the name.
Please do. Yes.
Yeah. I used to sell them Yellow Page advertising, and they own about 25 clinics.
I don't know who it is, so yes, I love their name. But, you know, the thing is, you know, we also, I know that there's a lot of, like, we went to the Halloweener. That was our first event that we went. And
she's seen the PLP there.
Yeah, we went and we got booth space. You know, we paid for our booth space. We set up and told people about it. That was our first thing. And this is all kind of really formed kind of rapidly, like all over the last couple months. I mean,
just because Charles fell in love with a Chihuahua,
yeah, pretty much. You know,
it's all your fault, Charles.
He didn't fall in love with him. He felt sorry for him.
But you know, like,
and that means the same thing in doggy language.
Pretty much. You know, for years I hated what I did. You know, like
the previous business you were in,
my adult business. Okay. Yes, and not because. Like, at first, I loved it. Like, I really thought I was helping people. Like, I don't
empowering fat people that sex everywhere.
Well, and, you know, like, giving people an outlet to experience things that they were ashamed to experience other places. Like, I thought I was, you know... And then I fucking just realized that I was a therapist, and then I started really just despising people, and it just really took a lot out of me, and I didn't have any way to replenish what was being taken from me. And... I just became a little bitter, like angry. I hated people. So, it's nice to be able to do this and find my passion again, because I actually like pets a lot more than people. And it's because they're so innocent, and you can do a lot of things for people, and they will not appreciate it.
No, you're right.
They will fucking shit on you, and, you know, tell stories and do all kinds of shitty shit to you. And when you're just trying to help them. And pets don't have that same, you know, they're just...
Yeah, when they're shit on you, it's just shit.
It's just shit. Right. But you can clean that shit up and move on, and it's a wrap. Like, 30 seconds later, it's forgot about.
Right.
They'll
come lick your face.
They sure will. And they love you. Like, you know, that's...
I'm so happy you clean up my poop!
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, we just experienced that tonight, so... But, but you know, it's a lot more rewarding. Like, when you give something to an animal... It feels like those animals bring so much to people's lives, you know, that it's something that you can't go out and buy that. Like, those animals, they become part of your families. They're your kids.
You just can't go out and purchase a dog fart.
Right. You just can't.
But you don't have to purchase an old lady fart. It just happens.
Right.
Okay, so you have Doggy Do-Over, printing for pets, and what's the third thing that you have?
The third thing that we have, which I just actually started before the Doggy Do-Overs came about with my friend Tiffany, and it's called Maids Exposed. You can find that online too. It's at maidsexposed.com. It's the first ever size
friendly
variety. There was a word I came up for it. A variety of sizes. Adult themed cleaning service. So it's like costumed, topless, or nude cleaning service, and they actually clean. It's not an escort company.
Do they clean well?
They do. Yes. They're required to clean well, and you can hire them to do just the basic light cleaning, like once a week, or, you know, whatever. Or, you know, there's extra add-ons. I mean, they can deep clean your refrigerator, your garage, like reorganize your shit.
Degrease your car engine.
Can I clean their garage naked?
If they request
with the door open?
Pretty much. If that's what they want, then...
No, that's called indecent public exposure.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
I'm just making a suggestion. I don't know, some what do you call it?
This is along the lines of, there was a business here in town for quite a long time, and it was Lingerie Beauties Cutting Hair. Do you remember? Do you remember
I
that at
do.
all?
I
Do you remember that?
I do.
I actually knew quite a few guys who went there as customers because these women in lingerie would cut your hair, and so this is kind of along the same concept.
Yeah. It's just we wanted I went and looked and did a lot of research, and there's a lot of
single guys that
nude housekeeping businesses, a lot of them.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, all over the United States.
Very popular.
But they don't have big girls. There's not one that I found that had.
So this is a size diverse.
That's what it is. Size diverse.
Women of all sizes.
It's on the website. I wrote it.
And men can choose.
Yep, they can choose. They can go on there. It's not. I'm still developing the website because I don't know. Nobody really knew before, but since I was 19, I've been building websites and doing graphic design. So that's like kind of my back end work. I'm right now kind of inundated with work, but that's the other part of reverting back to printing for pets. Is I also do graphic design and will bring in other graphic designers to work with me as we get larger business loads. But it'll be a full scale firm for printing and graphic design.
Okay, so I remember when you were in the adult business and you were like always busy. Yeah. So now you've replaced it with 3 ventures.
One that I just, like the Maids Exposed I'm working on it. Tiffany, I really just do the back end work. Tiffany does all the front end work because I don't really have time.
I think it's a great idea
to do it. But I do think that it's filling a void. I mean, it doesn't exist anywhere.
Now, would your girls be offended if I were to hire? Because I'm thinking about getting somebody to come in once a week to clean. But I don't really care if they wear their sweats. So
I would come and clean.
Would they be offended by me hiring them to come actually clean instead of looking pretty while they clean?
And I would do that. Because the thing about me is I like to clean. Especially other people's houses. Right now I'm getting really frustrated with mine. But it's because I can't seem to keep it clean. But I am a cleaner. Like, I really enjoy cleaning. Because for me, cleaning is like, some people like go and drink and shit, like smoke weed.
Wrong with you?
I like to clean. I like to really get in there and scrub. And because when you're doing it, like my mind, I mean, anybody that's ever been around me for a long period of time, my mind works about 1,000,000 miles a minute, and I don't sleep a lot, and like I'm always like in the thought process of something. And so cleaning to me is very much you focus on it and you just are in it and you're doing what
it's very meditative for
you. It is. Like I could just go and zone out and clean. Especially other people's houses. Like when you clean other people's houses, it seems like a lot more fun than cleaning your own.
It's like going on an adventure. You're discovering
it really
things about
is.
them, right?
And
what kind of statue is that? Oh, I see what it is.
I think it's also for me like the reason I like to cook for people. Like I really like to cook for people because I think that it's one of those things that like cooking, people eating, everybody's happy. When you clean somebody's house and they walk in and they're like, oh, it's so clean, it's so great, they're like happy. So right. You just made somebody happy. So I'm all about it. Like I don't. It makes I've talked to Charles and
make me happy every day of the week. Okay.
Charles, he's not comfortable with me, doing the regular. Type. But I'm always for hire to do other people's house cleaning. Like I'll come be a regular maid. I'd be happy to. In my sweats.
And all of your ladies, of course, are bonded and insured and all that good stuff.
Yeah, well, we're working on that. Yeah, that's part of the startup fees and processes and, So
all 3 of these, so you've got a full plate. Do you get any time with her?
Not really. I see her. I mean, from a
and then
distance,
you're off trying to recreate your own business here, right?
Exactly.
So you guys like leave each other notes on the refrigerator as to when you can have date time or what?
Well, we're trying to work on date time, and I am really trying a lot harder to make sure that okay, let's like watch a movie now or like eat. Like when we eat, we try to
like shut down.
Yeah. Like let's have some time.
Well,
together.
The good thing is the two doggy ones, the printing for pets and the dog, they're related, so they kind of go together. So it's only actually
and we work
2
on
things
that
on
together,
your plate. Right? Okay.
So, but it really is 2 separate things, though they're the same organization. It's really 2 jobs because you have to promote them separately, separately yet together. You know what I mean? Like everything you promote for printing for pets. And explain that it's a part of Doggy Do-Overs, and then have Doggy Do-Overs and say, oh, well, we also have this, printing for pets, fundraising type thing. So it is a lot of work. I am a little overwhelmed. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I just, and I feel guilty when I'm not working on something. Like, if I'm sitting there, like, watching TV, I'm like, I really want to spend time with Charles because I love him so much. But then I feel guilty that I'm not being productive,
Oh, I watch TV and work together at the same time all the time.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
Me too. I have to. I can't just sit in front of a TV.
Yeah,
like
me either.
This. I gotta be on something.
Well, see, I can stare, like, I'm not a big TV watcher, so I can stare at a TV for 30 minutes and not know what the fuck is going on, because I'm already thinking about something else. Like, and so, I like to have the TV on in the background, maybe to, like, have a little bit of noise circulating and, like, listen to a comedian or something, and every once in a while I'll catch it, oh, wow, that's funny, but then I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Like, taking time away just to watch TV makes me feel guilty.
I usually do that during when I actually have to watch the TV.
Right.
Like when Michael and I had TV time together,
Right.
and we wanted to watch a particular show that we both liked or something. We would have it during dinner. So
Right.
we would eat that way. You're still doing two things at once.
Right. I hear you.
But at the same time, like, it's good. I know that you're supposed to do that, but you're supposed to just sit there and watch TV, and you're supposed to decompress, and you're supposed to, like, not have a mental breakdown.
That's what sex is for,
right? Yeah, we need some of that too. It just, like, by the time we get to bed, like, he's usually gone to bed like 2 or 3 hours before me, and then
You have to go in, take care of business, and then he can go to sleep, and you go back out
right.
to the other room.
Well, see, I am a guy, so I am like.
Once you have sex,
once I get it off, I'm like, right, I'm out. There is no functioning for me after sex.
See, that's why I'm in front of the TV. If I don't have something else going on, like I'm not on the computer, or maybe I'm leafing through a catalog, I'm asleep.
Can you wiggle my...
I fall asleep just watching straight TV, so I have to have something going on.
It's almost there.
Can you hear
Oh, yeah,
us?
better. Oh, no, lost it.
Well, give us the websites again for your...
Doggy Do-Overs is Doggy with a Y, DOGGYDOOVERS.com. And it has a link to Printing for Pets. And Printing for Pets is printing, PRINTING, the number 4, pets.com. I'm also going to buy all the org sites. And then Maids Exposed is just maidsexposed.com. So those are the...
And that's EXPOSED.
Yes.
Okay, not the XPO. Okay.
No, exposed like it's supposed to be, not exposed like you're hiring a hooker. There's... This is not an escort site.
You just can't get away from it.
I really can't. Well, and again, it happened, and after I retired, I was like, I can't, go back to doing that. So I had to think of something, and that was, I have about 1 million ideas a day. Like,
so how many jobs have you gone out on? Cleaning jobs have you personally gone out on?
None. No, because it's not... Charles wasn't comfortable.
So you were offering just for me. Oh, that's awesome!
Yes, I totally would. And anybody, like, if anybody just wants to, hire somebody just to clean, I'll do it, and I get a price. But I won't be all boobies out and
I just want the house clean.
Right.
Now, here, this is one of the hazards of, remember I was telling you about the lingerie hair cutting ladies. So one of the hazards that they had was hair has a tendency to stick in your skin.
Oh, yes.
And so when they would cut hair, it would get all stuck up in their lacy lingerie, and then they would get these rashes and things would happen. Right, because from this hair. And so I don't know if that's why they went under, but they're no longer in business. Now, cleaning women have to deal with chemicals.
Right. Can you imagine getting a chemical burn on your nipple because you dipped your tit accidentally into the toilet bowl?
Right? What's that CLR? Oh, shit. Lost my nipple on some CLR accident.
So I'm pretty sure that you have guidelines for safe cleaning for your lady.
Right. Well, we'll need those. We use all like natural, more natural green products. Yeah, thank you. Greenworks, that kind of stuff. Nothing that's too harsh. If sometimes people like, I am a big fan of bleach.
Well, I was just going to say, one of the big things when I used to hire a maid all the time to clean my house is when I walked in, I wanted that bitch to smell.
Right.
like bleach and cleaner.
Well,
and sometimes with the green products, you don't always get that.
No, but for me, like, I know ways to clean almost everything with shit that's not like that. Like, you don't realize how much stuff you can clean with a little bit of peroxide and baking soda.
Yeah,
vinegar is, I have gallons of vinegar in my sink. I love vinegar for everything. Like, there's a lot of things that you can clean in a very safe manner, you know. But again, those, like, other cleaning products that you know, like to smell. Like I like bleach for certain things. Right.
Yeah, I don't use all the green products you want, but spray
They have
spray that smelly shit around my house.
Light a Pine Sol candle.
Along with the boxes of lube, they have boxes of candles that smell like Pine Sol.
Yeah, exactly.
They light it as soon as they come in.
The other thing, oops, sorry, God, I do that. We designed a ring, a silicone ring. You know, like all the silicone bracelets they have for the breast cancer. We designed one for pets, and it's called, well, we called it the Love Paw Ring. I'm going to get a picture for you guys to see. I'm being cut off by the computer. But we are trying to work out a campaign around that ring, and I'll show you guys. But I would love if, you know, you guys have any ideas, or we could work on that together.
Sounds good.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So that's Doggy Do-Overs. Do-Overs or do-over?
Do-overs.
Do-overs.com, printing4pets.com, and madeexposed.com. From the busiest woman no longer in show business.
For the busiest retired person I've ever met.
That was Desiree Devine and her fabulous Chihuahua-loving man, Charles. Thank you guys so much for being here.
I love him so much.
You guys are welcome to hang around.
Yeah,
we got Kevin Jackson in the waiting room. So when we come back from our long break,
Fine ass Kevin
that's
Jackson.
right. This is the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City. We'll be back after this. We got some Pink and some UB40 for you at the break, so don't go away.